Is there a new Maven? Did we ever finish the Maven? I did, Panda. I tweeted it. You didn't see the tweet? I just tweeted it though, so you, if you want to see it, it's up. It should be my newest tweet.
Yeah, man, work on your game.
Here we are, guys. AEW Dynamite is on tonight. It's Wednesday.
Wish I could talk to him on a daily basis, obviously.
La, 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 la.
5 times. Man
It's
shares the same
Booker
last
T.
name as me, although we are not
Hang
related.
on, it's
Booker was
Booker T.
incarcerated. Booker
He
spent
won't
time
even look
actually
at me.
in the redemption
No, he
story
will look
out
at me.
there. I'm all
His
ears.
name
I'd
is
love to
Booker
hear it.
T. Look
To
at
go
how crazy he
from
looks at me.
Incarceration to be a Hall of Fame. Wow. I mean, but that just says, what the man, what the man's character is like. If you've ever seen
Bump is on your TV right now.
The infamous incident where Booker
Check out the
and
tweet,
Steve were
Panda.
in the supermarket. That's my favorite wrestling segment ever. All wrestling segments. That's my favorite.
That was an epic
able
segment.
To work with Booker, right after that. And it was my 4th match in the business.
Dang,
and,
his 4th match ever he was
extremely
wrestling Booker
grateful
T.
that I was able
Jeez.
to be in the ring with a true Hall of Famer.
His
true
name is
legend.
Booker
was
T.
one of the guys
Look at
that
how
I
crazy he
looked up
looks
to
at me.
before I got into the business, and he's one of the guys that once I got there,
It's
never
Wednesday.
big time,
You know what that
never
means?
made me feel like I didn't belong, but it was because I earned his respect in the ring, and I earned his respect backstage with how I handled things. Book is old school. Book views wrestling with an old school mentality. Book's gonna hit you hard in safe places.
Oh yeah, I saved Booker T's promotion. I saved a video from that to our watch later. I want to see what the average show looks like his average show. Uh-oh, it says we're dropping frames. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. What? Are you lying? We're not dropping any frames.
Book wants
YouTube
the same
must be
thing
having
in
a
return.
problem
He
right
wants
now.
you to hit him hard in a safe place.
4th match
He
versus a
asked me when I
5-time
did his show
champ.
not too
Yeah,
long
I know,
ago,
right?
Maeve,
That's crazy.
When we worked, man, did I catch you? Did I get you with anything? And I told him, you didn't hit me in any way I wasn't expecting, and you didn't hit me in any way that Bob Holly didn't prepare me for. But
Bob Holly, oh my
thank
God.
you, and I look forward to
Hardcore.
our paths crossing again. Hopefully sooner.
Welcome
rather
everybody.
than
If you're in the
later.
chat,
Here
say
we
what's
go.
up.
Let's see
I'll
who
give you a
is
shout
next.
out.
Aha.
I'm doing a roll call.
Maven.
Doing
When
a
I
roll
think
call
of
for
wrestling,
YouTube.
in
Thank you to
my
everybody
head,
who's already
2
left a
people
thumbs up on the
come to
YouTube
mind.
stream. If you
One
have not already done it,
is
please
Tony
take a second,
Schiavone.
guys.
That's the voice I grew up
Tony
listening
Schiavone.
to when I listened to old NWA. The second voice that in my head I hear is good old JR, Jim Ross. Recently, JR
Nice,
was doing
Jim
his
Ross.
podcast, and my name came up
Really?
during his show. And I'll be 100% honest. Very few things has shocked me more than what JR had to say about me
What did he
during
say?
my time in the WWE. He had nothing but positive, glowing things to say about not only my time, but what I'm doing today. I'm
Really?
not even sure if during my time in the WWE.
Really? The thing is, though, Jim Ross knows his stuff, man.
If JR wasn't
A lot of people don't know, but Jim Ross, a lot of people just view him as a commentary crew member, a guy with the mic calling the matches. He was a talent scout. He legitimately recruited people like Edge, Christian. Like, he's recruited some of the biggest names this industry has ever seen. So he's not just some guy who has like an iconic voice. He also knows his stuff to the point where he could predict talent, not even just see it and be like, oh, that guy's a star, sign him. Literally find talent that becomes just industry changing. This dude Jim Ross is no joke, and that's why when people get mad at me about my opinions on AEW, I just remember that Jim Ross is sitting there and he's even like, what is this? And I'm like, okay, I feel a little bit more validated because his opinion has led to wrestling being as good as it is and has been. So if he's not excited about what's happening in AEW, I don't feel so bad about my opinions on AEW sometimes because I'm in the corner of a person who legitimately made wrestling what it is today.
An advocate for me backstage in production meetings.
Yeah,
That
Jim
I
Ross
don't
is
know, and
incredible,
I'll
man,
never
and it
know.
doesn't.
His
I'm not
voice
saying
carried
AEW
weight with Vince
is
McMahon.
horrible.
So
It's just
you were
you can
always
tell that some of the
managing
stuff
your
he
P's
doesn't
and
like is the
Q's
same
whenever
stuff
you
that I
came
don't like.
across JR. You certainly, well, I certainly wasn't speaking my
And I don't feel so bad
clear,
about it.
unvarnished
when I
mind
think of that,
when
I'm
I
like,
was
all right,
around
cool.
JR. Like if I was upset with something, this is the man I was not gonna let know. So we're coming back from an overseas trip, and not the overseas trip where Devon saved me, but a different overseas trip. And I took advantage of the duty free. And when I was going through TSA, they were checking my my belongings, and there was a big bottle of Jack Daniels, and it just so happened, the fate,
Dude,
the
he was lighting it
gods
up.
made it that JR was checking in right behind me. So as I'm unloading the contents of my bag, so they could take the duty free and put it in with the duty free stuff, because you're not allowed to fly with that stuff. JR sees a big handle of Jack Daniels.
Oh.
And he just commented, something to the effect of, well, it looks like Maven's gonna have a party when he gets back. And I just remember thinking, oh God, there's a long list of guys I wish would have seen that instead of
Jim Ross. Yeah.
I'm happy that JR is still obviously working within the business and what he's doing with AEW and his podcast. I wish JR just years of continued happiness and success. Take care, Slobberknocker.
Slobberknocker.
All right, let's see who's next. Here we go. Huh. Well, obviously, when you do JR, who else do you got to do after that? You got to do the King. I can only
Nice.
speak to what
Jerry the King Lawler.
I saw backstage, and what I saw backstage was a man who was respected by all.
Roll out.
Whether he was liked by all,
That's what you're doing,
that
J-Rock?
I don't know, but I do know he was respected by all. Now, backstage, our interaction would be minimal. I would see him obviously maybe through catering or out at the ring, but he was along with the other guys that were in the.
How you liking
meetings.
the
He
haircut,
was
man?
All day.
Does it feel weird?
His interactions with guys of my caliber was very, very limited. I know other guys, top guys like Rock, Austin, Taker, Hunter, guys like that, he would probably interact with more, but their segments would be longer. They would have more of them. They would just naturally be on the show longer. So it's just, stands to reason that King's interactions with them are going to be a little bit longer.
Aha.
Guys like me, the 4 to 6 minutes, I didn't see too much of him. But
all right, Legato, I saw it. Thank you for tweeting that, man.
Always polite. Oh my goodness, I'm actually
Thank you very
glad
much.
we're doing this guy. I still hear this guy in my head telling me, keep your hands out your pockets, lad. The story behind that
Haircut
is,
feels good. Had a
I'm
table
out at the
compliment me on
ring.
it
Well, one of the
on Sunday. Oh,
couple
nice.
times I was out at the ring.
That's cool.
And I feel
I think at this
somebody
point, Kenny
tapped me
Omega
on the
wouldn't be
shoulder
wrestling
as I'm standing with both
more
my
than
hands
5
in my
years.
pockets.
Yeah, I don't know,
And
man.
It was
I hope he's
William
okay.
Regal.
I hope he's gonna
And
get
he
better.
told me, and I still remember this years
Ever
later.
since I heard about the Scott Hall thing, it's like nothing is safe anymore. Just because you're getting like a procedure done doesn't mean it's gonna go right. So I'm really worried about Kenny right now. I hope he's gonna be all right.
He told me, you're a fighter.
So I look like
You're a
dude
fighter.
from Portugal, the
Fighters
man.
Fighters never stand with their hands in their pockets. They have to be ready.
There's a story spoiler in
And it's
that
just
Suicide
always
Squad
stayed
video,
with me
but they
to
warn
this
you.
day.
Okay.
Goldberg had
Thank
a
you for
match
telling me.
early in Goldberg's
Acid, what's
WCW
up?
career with Regal. And I mean, both of these guys are going to tell the story a little bit different. Goldberg says that Regal took liberties with him, and Regal says the office told them to have a competitive match with Goldberg. I tend to stand behind Regal and his interpretation of what he was told to do. Now, that said, I still think he went out and
My
made a
haircut's
show.
weird. I
I
get the
still
same
think
amount
he
of
went out
compliments when
and
with the
proved a
fresh cut
point
as with
not
my
only
hair
to
growing out a bit.
Goldberg but to the
Hey, you want to know
world.
what's funny about haircuts? Um, yo, Ben Cook, what's up, man? The man of the year is back. Are you talking about me or you? How about we're both men of the year? Can we do the Scorpio Sky, Ethan Page, co-men of the year? Um, I had lived in the same neighborhood for, I'd say, 3 years or something at this point, and I'd seen pretty much everybody who lived around there, and they'd seen me. So I'd been growing my hair out, just like keeping it tied or whatever, and I'd walk to QT or something like that, the gas station. I'd see people, and it no one would ever really say anything, and it was just like, okay, cool. So I have my mom braid my hair, and I go out, and the same guy that I'd see maybe I'd say maybe once a week, sometimes more than that. He's like, "Yo, where the weed at?" Because I had my hair braided, and I was like, "Where the weed? It's me, man. I don't know." It's just funny because he never asked me that before, and he immediately asked me where the weed's at when I have my hair braided. I was like, haircuts can change things, man. And girls were starting to like ask me for my phone number and stuff. So maybe I should get braided up. Maybe it would improve my stream numbers or something.
About what
Let's do
true
it. G of the
toughness
year. Okay,
is.
we
But
got
William Regal, I worked with
True
him
story.
a handful of times, and every time we worked together, the
I gotta
reason
learn
he
how to
has
braid.
my
I can braid my own hair. You
undying
guys saw that
respect
guy's
is
braids? The guy
because
on the Rockets? Oh my goodness. There's a guy on the Houston Rockets. He got the Rockets logo braided into his head, and it looked so cool. I retweeted it. I put it up for you guys.
it didn't matter if we had a 4-minute segment.
It was
He made
just
it a point
these
that
braids
I
are
was going
epic,
to
and you know I'm
learn
not really the
something
person who's
during
gonna
my
tweet about
day's
braids.
interaction with him. He was going to not only tell me what we were going to be doing, but explain the why behind it. He in essence made me a better wrestler. He's one of the guys I wish I would have, just stuck to like glue. Because I probably would have had a longer
So
and
yeah,
more
I
fruitful
can relate,
career
dude. I know
had I
haircuts
paid
can change
attention
things a
to
little bit.
William Regal. On the road, we were in
Should have picked a
Ohio. We were
dandelion
at
and
the
had it.
time near
Here's
one
your
of his
weed.
houses. Randy
I hear you
and
can eat
Regal,
dandelions.
they
Is
were
that true?
pretty close at the time, and Randy and I both
It's almost
liked
time for
animals.
Dynamite.
And
Thank you guys
Regal
for
told
joining us,
that
and
he
please
could
like the
get us
tweet and
into
retweet the
a
tweet.
reptile farm. So we
Repost the
actually
post.
went to this reptile farm with William Regal. Had a behind the scenes tour. Yeah, it was a good time. I hope he's doing well. I know he is still actively involved within this business. Probably be like that until he decides he's no longer.
Maven's
going
got to
to
be
in this
young
business.
because he was on Tough Enough, right? So like, I wonder if he's considered coming back to wrestling. There are people wrestling right now who have to be almost double his age. I wonder if he's ever considered it. With his rising popularity on YouTube and being noticed by other wrestlers and stuff for what he's doing, I wonder if anybody's considered that or if he would. It's time for Dynamite. Might be late 40s. Yeah, you could be right. You can eat edible flowers. Panda. Yeah, but Panda, you eat bamboo and stuff, so I don't know. I don't know if I could eat what you can eat. Is the squirrel still there, Panda? Or did it move out? Here we go. It's Dynamite.
You know what that means. AEW Dynamite is live on TV.
They changed Swerve's Titantron?
Tony Schiavone and Taz and the
It's Wednesday!
team, the Jeffrey Emmer, Justin
They
Roberts.
changed Swerve's Titantron into like a comic book.
Continental Classic Tournament set for one fall.
Oh, hey. They got the three-man tag belts back. The Ring of Honor three-man tag belts. His squad. Look at Swerve, man. I told you guys about this guy. Still there? Dang. How do you know it's still there? Oh, it's still making sounds in the middle of the night? Oh, there's mad holes in this blue league. There's still Garcia versus Brody King. There's still Claudio versus Danielson. There's still like one other. Oh, I guess there's the same amount. It just looked like there was a lot left. Swerve time, baby. Let's go.
Quite obviously, the people's choice here in Oklahoma City.
Swerve. Swerve. Nice. Yo, they got a chant for it?
Momentum is in that man's corner right there, in my opinion. Swerve Strickland.
I hope he's not wearing that Kinesio tape anymore, man. Okay, we get it. We get it. You had a death match, but you also got to know that the death match that we had previously, Moxley was wrestling like 2 days later or 3 days later and had no tape on, no band-aids, no nothing. So, all right, we get it, man. Oh, look at Rush's outfit. This is going to be a hard match. Oh my god, dude. I didn't even consider he's fighting Rush. Yeah, you better get away from those flames with that fluffy jacket on. Rush looks incredible, man. This outfit is top notch. Ooh, ooh. Yo, look at his outfit. I kind of want these two to like team up. They're BAs, man. Bad beeps. Both of these guys are no joke. It's Dragon Lee's brother. It's Dragon Lee's older brother. Doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Yeah, this is a great way to start Dynamite, man. As much as I'm a little tired of them starting their shows with a match, this is, dude, if you're ever gonna do it, this is how to do it. Hey, Goki, what's up, man? Goki's in the tubes.
For a semifinal round match with Moxley next week, the winner of the semifinal round match. Those are single elimination matches. It is win or go home next week. The winners of those matches in the Blue League and the Gold League will go on to
aha, so I was right. That is what they're doing. So next week is win or go home.
Classic Tony, but winning the modern American Triple Crown. Those 3 titles that are up for grabs.
He ripped Dragon Lee's mask off? What do you mean? No. Oh. You mean like actually took his mask? I thought you were saying he copied him. All right, let's get a prediction in here. A prediction for this one. For all the 6 ones, afflictions.
Yeah, well, it definitely went that way. It's going that way, I should say, early on. I also want to note, you see that hamstring, that quad is still wrapped up of Rush. The left one, that is. And I'm sure
Swerve
Strickland realizes that as these 2 men are feeling each other
Rush.
Yeah, this has been a very tough, very physical tournament here in the Continental Classic 5.
There we go. Prediction is open, guys. Get one in now if you'd like it to count.
By Rush. Swerve, though. Reversal, went for the trip. Leapfrog up and over, but Rush splits the uprights.
Tommy T. What's up, Tommy T? Tommy T.
But Rush coming back with an
time for Dynamite.
Arm drags around and sweep attempted.
Nice.
Looking for a drop kick.
Nice little fake out.
Very fast-paced action here in our
yeah, they're really brothers.
Fast-paced action to begin a match. I really do.
I was joking about Dragon Lee having a family. Ooh, nice rhyme. Yeah, they're really brothers. Dragon Lee and Rush are brothers, and they also have another brother. I forget who it is. I think it might be like Commander or something like that. They're just like Pentagon. Did you know Pentagon and Ray Phoenix are real brothers? They're not just a tag team. They're real-life brothers. Dralistico. That's okay. There you go. Finish. What's up, man? How's my day been? My day's been busy, and I've been working hard to create content and stuff like that. But I got a little bit more sleep than normal, so I'm hoping that I won't get tired super early. It's been tough adjusting my sleep schedule and things. It's like the harder I try to fall asleep, the more I can't fall asleep. Lucha Bros for real, yeah. You knew about Penta and Ray Phoenix. Aha, nice. I think they have another brother too. I think it's a tripleta. But I don't know who it is. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just conflating them with a Roosh situation.
I just want to mention that all of the Continental Classic Gold League matches tonight, part of the tournament for tops. A celebration.
This crowd is rowdy but small.
AEW donating $1 million.
I'd rather have a rowdy small crowd than a silent big crowd.
Big heavy blows, big heavy
If I was AEW.
into the chest of
In real life,
Strickland.
obviously, it'd probably be better to have more people, but if I was AEW and I didn't need the money, I would so much rather have a small, rowdy crowd than a big, silent crowd.
Great success. Roosh pulls up short. There's a salute to the OKC crowd and a kick to the jaw. Swerve Strickland.
We got MAGA hats in the front row. What the heck is this? Roosh is so good. Both of these guys are good. It's good you had a productive day. Yeah, dude, I've been working really hard behind the scenes.
Yeah, Swerve trying to win as quickly as possible.
I've gained 400 subscribers on YouTube this month. Just from like working hard to post content there and curate a bunch of stuff that I think people would like.
They have any hopes of winning that they're meeting John Moxley in the semifinals.
Just working on it, man.
And I mentioned we
Trying
are
to
in
expand.
Oklahoma City. We will be joined later on
Update,
tonight
upgrade.
by Jim Ross, good old JR.
Good old
Returning
JR.
to the desk. Very excited about
You're
that.
getting a PS5? Ooh. Yo, Goki, what made you choose a PS5?
That's a problem.
Could have got a Series X for the same price, right? Or maybe even less. Oh, this is Canada? I didn't know that. I've been on Swerve, but Roosh is setting the pace. He is. And that probably means Swerve is going to win, because that's been the tale of the tape recently, is whoever's dominating the match early loses the match. I've noticed the pattern forming like crazy.
Yeah, no, there's no time to recover, to your point. Oh, my God. Oh, head.
Goodness.
Shoulder, I should say, too.
Swerve. A very
A
nasty landing.
very.
Strickland. Coming down on the neck and shoulder. You saw immediately he was clutching that right arm to his body, and now Swerve into the barricade.
Zoning after that shoulder, Shivani, you can see Roosh going right after that shoulder.
Well, that's what you do when you're hurt, right? You work on the opponent's injury to slow them down.
Yeah, that's an important part of the game plan. He stopped himself.
If some people weren't here last night, I made an announcement last night that we have a new partnership with a very well-known wrestler.
Win match in the Gold League. The Continental Classic continues in picture-in-picture. Will Swerve or Roosh advance?
Hey, at least you know they're not piping in any sounds here, man. This is a very small crowd, but they are very hype.
Yeah, both these men, you can see that this
Series X is so cheap, I bought one. Oh, you got one, Legato? Dang. Dude, it was so cheap. Like, I was trying to figure out how I could get it, how I could, like, swing the price, but I don't even have enough money for the rent right now, so I didn't want to end up homeless with an Xbox. But yeah, man, I don't blame you. $349 and you get freaking Diablo? That basically makes a Series X like 200 and something bucks, 280 bucks. That's a steal and a half, shell.
Which is the front of the leg for those that don't know your thigh.
Comes in Friday, dude. Take a picture when you get it.
So yeah, we don't know what the issue is.
I'd upgrade my PS4 plus me and my brother share games. Oh, nice.
Roosh, man, he is in agony, but
Yeah, dude.
slow to capitalize.
I think you made a good choice.
Yeah, well, again, when you have that
Especially if you like fighting games. I feel like Sony is really
it's a lot of fun to compete when you're
Sony is really a bigger player base, and
Strickland's really showing his
they've shown that they care, because they helped fund the making of Street Fighter V. Street Fighter V might not have even been made if it wasn't for Sony. So I think you chose right. Plus, I like their controller a little bit better. It's easier to press buttons, and it just feels more like made for people who are trying to do stuff quickly.
trying to bite his way out of that too.
They have Diablo packages now. Yeah, you get a Series X and Diablo for $349, man. That price is just outrageously good.
We're close to the finals here.
Oh, no Diablo. Oh, you didn't get the Diablo? Oh.
Roosh defiant, possibly to the end. Swerve with the kick, the cover. Roosh
I got Call of Duty for free with my PS5. I sold it though. I was like, forget that. I want the money. They gave me Call of Duty for free, and I was like, all right, cool. It was like Call of Duty Cold War or whatever. I was like, give me the money. Draco, what's up, man? Welcome. Tell Mo about the new partnership. Oh, Mo's here? Man, all I got was 1 month of Game Pass. Well, you're an early adopter, though. They didn't need to do anything special to get you, you know? Right now, they're like, yo, how many PS5s are sold? 50 million. Whoa, hey, give them Diablo. Throw it in the package. Microsoft was just trying to get everybody to get one. Grandmaster Draco. That sounds cool. You know it's the truth, Heartbreak. I'm not talking trash, but like, you know that's what was up. But yeah, we have a partnership with Ryback. I know a lot of people don't like Ryback, but I feel like most of the people who don't like Ryback just listen to other people who don't like Ryback.
If he has a victory here, he will secure a spot in the semifinals.
But yeah, we have a partnership with his supplement and nutrition brand. I'll be telling you guys more about it in the future. I need to get all of the marketing materials and stuff like that before I start really talking about it. But it's just an awesome next level of the Gritty Urban Saga, being able to actually partner with wrestlers and things like that. And I gotta thank you guys, because if I had 0 viewers and zero interactions, I don't think Ryback would have done it.
He's a real rugged guy with his hands, meaning
I know it's the truth. My darn Xbox Pro-Am friends. Whose house? Mo's house.
Yeah, and there you see Blue League matches coming up this Saturday at the Frostbank Center in San Antonio.
The Holiday Bash. Ouch. Oh, Roosh collapsed. His leg is hurting for certain. Boston Crab by Swerve on Roosh. He's got a single leg crab with a knee in his back. It's like the it's like the stretched lion tamer.
Roosh, you can see, trying to maneuver his way to the ropes. No, maneuver his way to the back. Inside Cradle. Roosh, did he do it? No.
Like the God of War font on Swerve's pants.
How about that stretch muffler? The fans standing up, they thought it was done.
I like how both these guys are banged up from the longevity of this round robin tournament. Yeah. Swerve's been wearing that before this, though, because of his match with Hangman, though. But yeah. Oh my God, what's that? Oh, that looks scary as heck. He went for like a wrist trap pile driver, and Swerve's neck was sideways when he came down. Oh, that's not good.
Or that Swerve Strickland could take, basically because of the shoulder. It's got to be a lot of compression on the shoulder too, Taz.
It does. It sends shockwaves through your traps and your shoulders.
It's crazy. This place is called All Elite Wrestling, and there's only one member of the Elite who's actually wrestling still.
Taking himself outside of the ropes, but yeah, Roosh, he is struggling to move. This
should be called Slightly Elite Wrestling at this point.
Going into the semifinals of the Continental Classic with a very obvious injury. I mean, you know, a
Swerve Zorro?
licking his lips about that.
What are you doing?
Again, Moxley is already in the semifinals, which will be next week. Next
Are
Wednesday.
you playing the part of Kelly tonight? You know, hit us with the Kelly jokes in Kelly's absence.
Right here. Oh man! Oh man!
Oh, big exchange. But Swerve changes levels, catches Roosh The side of the jaw.
Oh, God.
Swerve spilling the outside.
Brutal landing
One of
right
the things
there.
about Rush is I feel like he doesn't really care about his opponent. Like, I feel like he takes care of them to a point, but there's a point where he's just going to do what he's going to do. We saw it with Jungle Boy, man. He massacred Jungle Boy. That match made me like, I would say it increased my fandom of Rush by like 20 times because I was just like, wow, this guy's really going to smash fools. Well, I am a dad. Well, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Any moment to recover. We know how resilient he is, Tony.
Yeah, Andy, we got a cover here.
I feel like nobody really talks about why there is dad humor, but it's like you have to find a way to be funny to a little kid, and it becomes part of you because you want to take care of them, you want to make them happy. I feel like dad humor gets a bad rap, but people need to realize why it exists, why we become that way. We become that way because we actually care. If you become a dad and you don't have some dad humor, I feel like it's a mark of someone who just doesn't really care.
Swerve down and look at Rush have some trouble ascending. Yeah.
Struggling there, yeah.
Plus, you got to be quick with it. You know, you can't be lacking when you have a kid and you want to make them laugh. You can't be like, oh, remember that show we watched a year ago? I just thought of a joke. You got to be quick. Kicked out at 1? Dude, how many times has this happened in this tournament? This kick out at 1 stuff? It pops the crowd, but it's overused. I feel like that's one of the main things that AEW needs to learn. Just because your crowd likes it doesn't mean it's the best for you overall. It doesn't mean it's the best for the company and the future of your company. Especially if you do it too much. You know what I mean? Sometimes what's best in the moment isn't the best forever.
He's taking a moment to soak it in, but he can't afford to take too long. Nope. As Rush rises.
Bruce gonna kick out of this like John Moxley did.
Perched on top. Swerve descends. Swerve stomp on target.
That might do it, guys.
The cover. 2, 3.
Got him. Wow, he didn't kick out. Nice. Thank goodness, man. That was a great match. What a way to open the show. I feel like this is what Tony Khan thinks he's doing every week, but it's not. I feel like this is what Tony Khan thinks every week looks like when Orange Cassidy comes out here and defends his title first thing off. But it's not this. This was what he thinks. This is what he thinks he's doing. That was a good match, man. Good job. Gold League scenarios. John Moxley wins, or a match ends in a draw. Gold League final is John Moxley versus Swerve Strickland. Jay wins. 3-way tie for first place between John Moxley. Oh, so maybe they're going to do a triple threat. That would be an awesome way to end that side of the... the tournament. A triple threat. Swerve, Moxley, and... who was the third one? Jay White? Yo, what if that's the out? I don't feel like anybody thought of this. That would be incredible. Yo, I'm down with that 1,000 times. Yeah, the feed cut for me too. I had to get back into it. La 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 la. Yeah, it's back now. Bet if Moxley wins next week, he probably go to the ring and go face to face with the person who fights the title. I hope they didn't make this whole championship, this whole Continental Classic, just to make the BCC fight each other. What a waste that would be. This has actually elevated some talent. I feel like this might be the smartest booking decision that Tony's made all year. Besides like Adam Cole and MJF. This might be his best decision of the entire year making this tournament because it has elevated people, but he needs to follow through, and he can't do the thing again where like people get organically over and then he like plays catch up with making it happen afterwards. Oh my goodness, yo, it's radio. Radio, it is radio, and he's got bits. He's got some bits for me. Rah, 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 rah. Rah, rah. Oh, and we're burning it down. Da-da-da-da. Thank you so much. Radio, welcome, man. Oh, yo, there's more. Goldberg, Radio Berg, Goldberg. Yo, thank you so much. Radio, making it rain out here. Did it cut again? No, it's commercial. All right. Thought we got Jimmy John's or something. Thank you very much, Radio. Brody King definitely looks better than before the tournament. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. There's even more. Yo, Radio, thank you so much. Rah, 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 rah. Rah, 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 rah. I love how he's just sitting there watching. Brah, brah, brah. I like how the other dog comes up and starts sniffing. Like, are you okay? Making those sounds again. Radio, thank you so much. You mean it's not gonna come down to Moxley and Kingston? That would be cool too. I really hope Kingston wins this tournament, or Swerve wins this tournament. They gotta take the opportunities when they gotta put their toe in the water and test the temperature before they jump in on just everything that they're trying to do. It seems like that's one of Tony's main problems is he doesn't watch the wind blow. He doesn't see which way that the crowd is going until he makes a mistake that everybody talks about, and then he tries to correct it. Like what happened with the Acclaimed and all that. Like he makes changes late because he's not listening to people. He listens to people who tell him that everything's great so much that he can't see the wind change directions. He can't feel the temperature of the water. He doesn't stick his toe in. He just keeps his plans because he knows best. And I know another person who was like that, who got a lot of crap for being like that. His name was Vince McMahon, and still is. You know, the guy who got a bunch of crap for only booking for one person only, one person's ideas, one person's thought of the way wrestlers should look or the way things should be booked. Remember that? Remember the guy who got all the crap in the world for booking things because he booked for himself? Tony's being just like that, man, and he needs to let up a little bit and dip a toe in the water every now and then and check the temperature. Figure out who's the hottest and make it happen, man. You can't just stick to your plans. Stick to your plans all the time. Because sometimes organic things are going to happen, and that's when the best things happen. The RKO was an organic choice. It wasn't a choice out of nowhere to just be like, oh, I'm going to make a cool move.
On the Thursday after Dynamite, Kenny Omega.
For MJF, would you sign to AEW or WWE?
After suffering the effects of diverticulitis. And
hey, it's Chris Jericho.
On social media, we now have the news that Kenny Omega
team with Ethan Page.
Definitely.
Do it now.
And we don't know how long or how short that's going to be, but one thing that's affected is the Golden Jets.
Team with Ethan Page, please, man. He's from Canada. He was Kenny's last match. It's perfect. And team with Ethan Page.
What we're going to do in the meantime, the most important thing is Kenny's health, and I just wanted to let you know, right? We're all pulling for you, Kenny.
You can elevate Ethan Page so much right now. Team with Ethan Page. He looks better than ever. He's been putting in the work. He also has backup now with Scorpio Sky. Come on, man.
The entire locker room, and most importantly, me.
Yeah, Omega's out.
And take as long as you need.
He got the same thing that
ready to come back. We're all
Brock Lesnar had.
And I'm going to be waiting for you. And the Golden Jets will resume. But now, since it's time to bid you adieu, we now say good night, and goodbye. Bang.
Bang.
But only for now. We're pulling for you, Kenny. We'll see you soon.
Dang it! I thought they were gonna announce he's gonna team with somebody else for the title match at World's End.
As he deals with this, I mean, he's a tough SOB. We know that. Ken will be back. He will.
Let's do it. So here comes another one of the Continental Classic matches. Mark Briscoe versus Jay Lethal. Both of which have 0 points in the tournament, so how crazy would it be if they tied and they both end up with 1 point? I think you got to go Mark Briscoe here, right? Jay White can take the loss. He's been doing nothing but that for the last 6 months or so, maybe even more than that. I think you give this to Mark, but we'll see. Let's see what you guys think. Set up a little prediction here. Yeah, Omega has the same thing that Brock Lesnar had that almost killed him, that diverticulitis, where they have to cut out a part of your intestines to save your life. And it's also the thing that the tasteless developers who made the AEW Fight Forever game, they named the F5, instead of naming the F5, they named it diverticulitis. What a just idiotic, I'm sorry to call it that, but that is a tasteless, idiotic thing to do. And they need to change the name now. I tweeted them today. They might have blocked me. You know how the AEW people are. They might have blocked me for even tweeting it, but I was like, so now that diverticulitis is hit close to home, are you going to change the name of that move yet? I hope so. Because, man, it was tasteless to begin with, but now like the cover athlete, the guy like front and center of your entire company, now he's got it. Are you going to maybe change the name of that freaking move now? Could have picked anything else to call it, but you went with a life-threatening disease that almost killed one of the best wrestlers of all time. What an idiotic thing to do. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they did that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's time for Walter. He will never falter. And he likes to drink a lot of water. I don't know, I just came up with it. Yeah, we got Jimmy John's. Oh, radio. The radio elbow. Yo, we watched a replay of the Chelsea Green match, and she hit the radio silence. She hit your move, radio.
But the thing is now, you're Solo Jones, man. You're a singles wrestler. It's a totally different dynamic where Jay Lethal, he's kind of done that
was
for
cool.
years as a singles and others. Nice inside
Jay Lethal.
trip right there by Briscoe. Well done.
Into the side headlock.
Prediction is open, guys. Make sure you get a prediction in now if you'd like for it to count. Don't wait.
He was looking for Jeff Jarrett. Sanjay Dutt.
See what you guys think is about to happen here.
Since, as the tournament's progressed, I think Lethal's gotten a little more comfortable standing.
More common after age 40 symptoms include abdominal pain, fever. Yeah, Shrungun. Kenny Omega said he thought he just was dealing with a hernia, so he was trying to wrestle through it and stuff. But the pain became too much after his promo that he did last Wednesday. That horrible promo him and Jericho had. After that, he couldn't take the pain anymore, so he went in to get checked out, and they were like, yeah, you have diverticulitis, and we're glad you came in, because it could have been catastrophic if you'd have waited any longer. His pain tolerance almost cost him his life. He's used to working, like, hurt and stuff because of his wrestling style, so he just thought he had just a hernia, and that just speaks to how sideways wrestling has gotten, man. You got people working with life-threatening conditions thinking they're just, it's just fine, it's normal. People gotta chill out, man. Maybe that explains the iffy promo to some degree. Yeah, maybe, but I'd say probably not, because that stuff was probably written beforehand. So I don't think it has anything to do with his health. I'll give him a slight pass because maybe it affected the way that he delivered it, but it still was just bad no matter what. But I mean, it doesn't really matter to me how bad it was. I just hope he's gonna be okay, man. Even the smallest surgical procedure can have drastic outcomes, man. Look at what happened to Scott Hall, Razor Ramon. He died from a hip surgery. He didn't die from like natural causes. He died because he got a hip surgery. You're not safe, man. So I just really hope he's gonna be okay. Not for wrestling, just as a person.
If Danielson and Andrade win their matches or draw their matches,
but once again, that's why I hope that the developers of the Spike Forever game that's on the barricade over here, I hope that they change the name of that move in the game, because that's just tasteless nonsense.
The injuries he has suffered in his career, the orbital fracture has been the one that the opponents have taken the more shots at, and it's amazing that he can continue to perform week in and week out.
It's like if you had a creative basketball player in a basketball game, and like there's a certain move that Magic Johnson does. There's like a Magic Johnson crossover, and if you put it on your player, it's named AIDS. It's like, what are you doing, man? HIV, that's the name of his crossover. Like, come on, man. You can't see how tasteless that is? Oh my goodness. Jay Lethal, I like how he's gotten away from the Jeff Jarrett stuff during this tournament. It's freed him up to gain a little bit of respect as a wrestler, because that Jeff Jarrett stuff has really devalued him and made him a laughing stock type of jokey wrestler. Briscoe caught him out of the air. Ooh, that was a working man's suplex. You saw the working man suplex? He lifted and just pulled it all the way through, like, wow.
It did, but I don't think I've ever seen anyone drag someone by the roof of that.
Bang, bang. Elbow drop off the apron. Smashing Lethal right in the center of the chest with a beautifully done. Yo, what? Briscoe throws a chair to the ref.
So you never drug anybody by the roof of their mouth?
That's not allowed. You can't use chairs.
Okay, I know you'd like to. A lot of people.
Yeah, no, I took a bump in the street and he pulled me back onto the sidewalk. It's a rough childhood in Red Hook.
We will hear from MJF and Samoa Joe tonight. Please give us a little bit more on the devil stuff.
Because of the Continental Classic, Tony, using a weapon, that would cost.
Yeah, I think what chairs
Yeah, disqualification would cost 3 points.
Yeah, the fans know it, but you know
Can't do it, man.
Tough.
He keeps trying to use chairs.
Explaining to Mr. Briscoe, can't do the chair thing here, buddy.
Yeah, don't boo Paul Turner. He's just following the rules here, as he always does.
People love it when people follow the rules.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh, geez, Paul Turner. Wow,
Yo, this ref is just catching all these chairs. I love it.
what? That was the one name that you came up with?
I don't know why. He was a great third baseman.
Not Johnny
Yo,
Cash.
chair catching.
There's a pine tar bat around. Yes, maybe so.
We want chairs. No, you don't. Crowd, you get that type of stuff in every other match. Like, let these matches be okay. Let these matches just be interference free and nonsense free. This is such a good booking decision, man. Making these matches interference free and all that has made this tournament such a breath of fresh air. What do you guys think of this tournament, though? I want to know what you guys think. What do you think of the Continental Classic?
With a victory, White can earn his spot in the semifinals. Force a three-way.
Let me know.
He's already got his spot in the semifinals, but a victory tonight, Taz, imagine going 5 straight matches, 15 points in the first ever Continental Classic.
You're talking about Mox, right? That's my pick.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I've been saying it the whole while.
Wasn't that my pick too?
No.
Press.
Oh, your pick was not John Moxley, Siobhan. Whoa.
Briscoe.
I don't remember.
Do you have a tattoo right on his bicep? Oh, that had to hurt,
Your
man.
age, you can't remember stuff.
Yeah, I gotta write stuff down.
Yeah, he's got a tattoo right on his bicep. Ouch.
Briscoe.
It wouldn't hurt as much as getting tattooed right here, though. That would suck. Your inner arm. Ay.
Wow, you really dialed in. But anyway, watch this here. Shoulder strong by Mark Briscoe in the abdomen, gut region. Now biting the head of Lethal.
Oh, he's also got tattoos on his side. He's got tattoos on the side of his ribs. Oh, that's gotta hurt too.
Shades of George Pitt. Great hands, Paul Turner.
Not a fan of round robins in regular sports, but this works for me. I guess I'm tired of the tourney bracket style in wrestling. Yeah, me too, Excalibur. It was a nice switch up. I agree with that. Why don't you like it in regular sports though? What makes it not cool?
He's trying to keep this one as clean as possible.
And he's catching more chairs out there than Lynn Swan was catching footballs.
Footballs.
Very on the
Sure not John
timely reference.
Lethal combination. Smashing Mark Briscoe. Mark Briscoe's made a very good transition into a singles wrestler in a sad turn of events, but he's not looking like he's running out of gas. You know, you would think that somebody who's been so tag team centric would have trouble with their cardio, but he keeps up. It hurts, but not as crazy as people think. Worst place my tattoo is back of your calf. Really? Oh yeah, that probably hurts too.
Lethal grabbing onto that turnbuckle.
Yeah, and hooking that right leg underneath as well.
Yeah, that's
Gosh, man,
bring
yeah.
your base down to stop that.
Thanks, Shroomgoon. You got mad tattoos?
Lethal really committed with that elbow strike. He rocked Mark Briscoe.
And he caught himself from falling on the floor too with that arm, that elbow.
Lucky he didn't tear his bicep, Lethal, when that arm hit that top rope.
Feels like somebody's I got a tattoo and it feels like somebody is like hitting you, like not hitting you, but scalpeling you. It feels like you're getting a scalpel. A sharp scalpel that's like, I don't know, just picking at you. It is painful. But I'm glad it's painful, man, because I feel like it should be painful. Nah, he got to use the chair and he did a front flip off of it. Yo, Mark Briscoe, he put on somebody's hat. Here, your hat. That was awesome. That was awesome. Yo, this episode of Dynamite is hitting right now. He's put somebody's hat on. Oh God, Lethal tried to drop this dude on the top of his head.
He is. And he got fired up after getting German suplexed.
Briscoe's getting rocked. Come here. Oh, I thought it was going to be Olympic. It's not an Olympic slam. This is going to be something else. Something devious. Torture rack. Ooh. Look at this. Lethal's going off. He put an end to that. I feel like they could have ended the match right there. I felt like that was the hypest part of the match. It's over? No. I feel like they could have ended it right there, and that would have been the hypest they could have got people. You got to deal with crescendos in wrestling. I feel like that's one thing that WWE has down better than AEW is that they end a match on the most hype moment. AEW, they go too far sometimes, and they end up losing that euphoric ending a lot of times.
That was sweet.
Yeah, we've opened up new seats.
I feel like they got to tighten it up a little bit.
10,000 tickets sold the very first day.
I feel like the way it feels longest tattoo had was 5 hours. Jeez. Yeah, man, because like the first couple of minutes or whatever, you have the adrenaline of getting a tattoo, so it doesn't hurt as bad. But when it starts becoming work for both you and the tattoo artist, that's when it. Yeah, I hear you on that, man.
between those two men.
Of course, as you can see what it's all about here at Caliber because of what they've been doing.
This is indeed awesome, but I feel like they could have ended it right there, and that would have been good enough. And you could have given some more time to your women's division, because you know that's about to be a little bit less than. Froggy Bow, man, please hit him with it. You see how the crowd's not as hype about this? You see what I'm talking about? They deflated the crowd a bit by letting it go past the hypest moment. He's already seen that 100 times. Briscoe knows about. Oh my God! We've seen the same type of move twice in a row tonight, though. You see what I'm talking about? Like it starts weighing on the crowd a little bit when you overrun the hypest moment. And you could just spend this time elsewhere. You don't have to make the match longer. You have 170 or 80 people on your roster. I'm sure somebody else would like a couple minutes and would benefit from it. And your company would benefit from it. Because you'd end this match in the hypest moment, which will make people remember it like crazy. And then on top of that, somebody else gets some time who might organically get a little bit more over.
If he can hit this, Lethal's done, I'm telling you.
Jay Driller. It's a Jay Driller on Jay. Come on, man. Please don't kick out. Okay, thank you. You see what I'm talking about? That was nowhere near as hype as the crowd was just a minute ago. Good match, but, like, learn when to call it, man. Oh, is that blood on the mat? Uh-oh. Hope nobody's hurt. Some dark spots on the mat.
His first 3 points in the Continental Classic.
All right, so Mark Briscoe wins, as I predicted. Good choice, by the way. Because Jay could take the loss. If he couldn't, he wouldn't even be here anymore because he's been doing nothing but that. And they shake hands afterwards.
For many years.
Nice handshake. Is Jeff Jarrett and them going to come out right now and beat down Mark Briscoe? I think they are. That's what I would do. I would have Jeff Jarrett and his crew come out and beat down Mark Briscoe and have Jay Lethal be like he's not going to take part in it and he's mad about it. And have him save him. Have him save Mark Briscoe, and that's how he exits the whole Jeff Jarrett crew. But they're not going to do that. I guess that's not it. Dang it, man. I was hoping the crew would come out and beat him down after the match and Lethal would make a choice to, because they're already showing cracks, right? So that would be great. But what do I know, right? I'm just some guy on Twitch and YouTube. What do you guys think of that idea? Wouldn't that have been good?
I feel incredibly
It's majestic.
This means so much to me. I've accomplished a lot in a very short period of time in my career as a professional wrestler and athlete. This one might hit
The way they can talk to their friends and say, did you see that move, and get them interested instead of dragging it out with the less hype moment. Exactly, man.
Talking about the fact that I'm Jewish out loud.
This is not me talking trash. This is me knowing what would improve this. They could have ended it on the hypest moment, but they chose that it's going to last another 5 minutes, and the crowd was nowhere near as into it by the end.
Best cotton. So good.
Is that his mom? I thought he doesn't like his mom.
A big honor for our AEW World Champion MJF. But this situation with Samoa Joe and the Devil remains, and we will hear from champion and challenger up next.
The Holiday Bash. It is cool for MJF, man. Did you guys see that little like mini argument I got in with that guy when I saw the post where they were giving a shout out to MJF for winning or for being inducted into the Jewish sports figure Hall of Fame. And I was like, that's awesome for him. who else is in this Hall of Fame? And then somebody was like, Google's a thing, you know. Just saying. And I was like, he didn't even say that. It was a longer message. He said, like, you could always Google it or something, and it's a thing, and just saying. And I was like, you could have just typed a name instead of all that. That would have been easier.
And here comes the big dog.
Oh my goodness, the big dog. Zero. Does that say Zero or Zeto? It's one of the two. Hopefully Zeto or Zero will tell me which one it is. Thank you for subscribing, by the way. You just punched Cody Rhodes in the face. Thank you very much. I like Cody Rhodes. I'm just saying, like, that's what happened in that clip right there. And I said that. I was like, you could have just told me a name instead of typing all that. And he was like, it's a teach you how to fish moment. And I replied back, it's a be a jerk moment. And then a bunch of people started like telling him that I was right, and then he blocked me. I said it's a be a jerk moment. Then he said something else, and then I said you must have forgot that you're on a social media site where the point is to socialize and gain knowledge and insight from other people by interacting. But do you? And then that's when he blocked me, because he knew I just massacred him with that. I'm like, dude, why are you on Twitter if you're not here to talk and like share knowledge? Why should I have to go to a completely different site to get knowledge? And I'm like, and I said, you must not have read my profile, because I obviously know how to use Google. I'm a freaking mastermind. I mastermind this whole layout. I don't know how to use Google, but I made this layout. Like, quit being an idiot, man. And he was just, I didn't say any of the rest of that stuff. I didn't say the idiot part or anything, but he had to block me because he started getting flamed by everybody because he was just being a ridiculous person. It's Zeto. It's Zato. Oh, Zato. Zato. Oh. What does it mean? Does it mean something?
And evil.
Speaking of MJF, here's the guy who smashed him in like 3 minutes flat.
Is ticking. We are getting closer and closer to your world.
Swerve is going to be AEW champion? I hope so, because power level wise, he already beat a world champ.
You cry. We have seen you weak. And soon the world.
But yeah, he got absolutely roasted, and then he just chose to block me. And it's like, what are you blocked me for? Was I disrespectful? Just some people who just can't take the heat, man. That's why you don't step. Don't ever step to me if you can't take the heat, because I will roast you.
And imagine if MJF somehow survives Samoa Joe at World's End. He may have Wardlow waiting for him in the wings.
What? Robert, no.
We saw Hangman Adam Page after earlier in the night. MJF accused Hangman Adam Page of being behind this devil mask, and we found out that was not the case.
Yeah, we found out because the devil is going to make his appearance as his masked men are doing his dirty work. And there you see the devil coming out from the car. Who is he? We still don't know. MJF has been pointing a lot of fingers, a lot of different people, Taz. Yeah.
It's got to be Jungle Boy at this point, because I saw the whack. I saw the whack like head nod, and it's just, you could tell he got very little of his father's acting genetics. It's Samoa Joe. Let's go, man. Joe's gonna kill you. I wanted to start a channel, and I didn't know what I wanted the name to be, so it was the first thing I thought of. You just came up with a name, Zato? That's cool, man.
Up in AEW when it turned out
Just out of nowhere. Samoa Joe got a weird haircut. I don't know if I would have came out here looking like this. Samoa Joe, what is this haircut you did? You made yourself look like you're balding horribly. What is this? He still will destroy me. I'm not talking trash. I'm just telling you, like, you look not great.
Oklahoma City, my name is Samoa Joe.
Yep. Yo, they better know. Make sure you guys like the tweet, retweet the tweet, alright? And thank you to everybody who left a thumbs up on the YouTube stream thus far. Let me see. Let me see how many we got. Not double digits yet, guys. Please take a second and leave a thumbs up on the YouTube stream, guys.
Even though Roderick Strong may be
It's necessary. It helps me to move up the search rankings and get out of the hole that the algorithm has me in. The algorithm has me buried deep, deep, deep in the algorithm. I don't get organic views on anything, basically. So help me out, guys. Seriously, help me out. Leave a thumbs up, guys.
And then we think back to the malicious attack on our world champion.
Malicious attack.
And it seems like every time the devil attacks somebody, we get plenty of footage of them getting stomped out. But our world champion, he was just found gingerly laid down in the back, passed out, very conveniently on the ground. So once again, I have come here asking the right questions, maybe not to the right people. So that's why, MJF, why don't you come out here?
Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. Majef?
Joe's not wrong. Let's be honest.
Let's go.
He's not wrong.
Da-da-da, 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 da-da-da-da-da. Here we go. Bam, 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 bam. It'd be funny if I got copyright striked for, like, singing his song. They were like, you were using the tune. That's happened to me before. I was singing a Final Fantasy song, and I got a notice after the stream stopped that I was using a Final Fantasy song. It was, I uploaded the video. It was a Final Fantasy reaction. I muted the reaction. I muted the actual song, and I sang the song, and they were like, you used this song. So I guess I got notes. I got verifiable vocal cords, baby. His head is round like a basketball. You know who else has a very round head is the guy who directed The Last Jedi. What's his name? Freaking Ryan Johnson? Ryan something. He's got like a square head. WB, thank you for liking the tweet, man.
The man behind the mask, the devil, is that correct?
Did Carmelo do it?
Correct.
You know, that's really interesting, Joe, because Oklahoma, I recall something. I recall Joseph over here saying that he was going to protect me in our main event, going to Long Island for World's End for the world title.
Ryan Johnson. Yeah, there you go. That dude's got a square to round head, like basketball-esque.
Joe, if I recall correctly, I think you said verbatim.
I love his laugh. How does he laugh?
You are my property.
So, no-show Joe.
Ryan Johnson looks like a grown-up baby. Like he's a baby that grew up, but never like unbabified.
But since we're throwing accusations around, Joey, hey, Oklahoma, I got some accusations of my own. Would you like to hear them?
Wait, Samoa Joe's the devil? Impossible.
So I get jumped in the
Just tell them don't include music in the game if you don't want it struck.
I don't recall them laying a finger on you, Joe.
Oh.
So let's see. I don't like you.
Mm-hmm.
Now I don't trust you.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a little bit confused. Why am I waiting until December 30th at World's End when I can enter your world right now?
What? No, you can't. I like that shirt, though. You can't do anything of the sort, MJF. Like, if it really went down right now, you'd just be a broken shell, dude.
Well, MJF obviously offended by the accusations and the implications by Samoa Joe. To the point.
Oh, boy. He wanted to have nothing to do with Joe.
But I mean, remember, MJF, he's been pointing fingers of his own. He might get some fingers in
He
his
just
eyes.
pushed Samoa Joe. Up, here come a bunch of fake masked men, by the way. These are not the real wrestlers. Tony Khan figured out that the people under those masks are real wrestlers, so they brought out a bunch of fake guys this time.
MJF and Samoa Joe able to
None of these people who just ran out are going to be part of the storyline.
more coming from over the barricades. Oh my God, it's like endless.
There's a good shot at them surrounding.
You saw it? Just a bunch of little skinny twerps came out here.
These men are coming at both of them. The ring completely surrounded Joe, and MJF are trapped.
Up, hang on. We got lights out. It's lights out, and away we go.
What is happening here?
The devil's on the screen now. Wait, what? Where can you go? Who can you trust? It's Bully Ray. Next week, will you accept a challenge? For your Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championships. Are you a hero, Max? Why does it keep asking about the hero? Is it Chris Hero? Oh my God, dude. Is it Chris Hero? Is Chris Hero the devil? He just recently made his wrestling return. Is it Chris Hero? That's some stuff that I feel like Tony Khan would actually do.
Joe, I know what you're going to say. You're going to say no again, but I made a promise to my best friend that I would defend those tag titles no matter what until he comes back. We accept!
We accept.
Samoa Joe and MJF as a tag team.
Seems the best way to handle a devil is with our bare hands. And next week, we beat his boys' asses.
Oh boy. Joe's gonna kill you. Joe. I'd be chanting Joe at the top of my lungs if I was in the arena. Like, I'm not kidding. If Joe's music hit, I would be the guy in the crowd that people are like looking at like, what? Samoa Joe is an absolute legend, and he's another person I feel like should be in the Hall of Fame. His career in WWE was not great, but his career outside of WWE is undeniable, and he is just undeniable as a wrestler. I love him. He's awesome. Devil should kidnap Max. Max's cat? Oh no. That's so sad sounding. But yeah, you're probably right. The best friends, guys.
Cassidy recently successfully defending your international championship against the bounty hunter Brian Keith.
The bounty hunter?
A huge win for you and Willow in that.
Did she pronounce that weird?
We know that Chuck is out with injury right now, but you know, 2023 is winding down. Trent, Rocky, what does the future look like for you guys?
It's crazy when the person doing the interview is cutting more of a promo than the people getting interviewed sometimes. Start a channel here on other sites called Monkey Farm? That sounds cool. I don't know what inspired you to think that, but hey,
I get it.
You should do it, man.
I'll see you Friday, Rocky.
It's you, man. It's gonna be great.
Do it. Do it.
You did it. Sounds like that's official. Orange Cassidy versus
I think I like
for the
this.
International Championship this Friday.
What, this promo or what happened before it? It's not Boney Storm. She's definitely not Boney. I need a new picture of her. I keep saying this. I should probably just do it. Timeless Tony Storm. It's so funny to me because this whole entire company started out as like, we're going to be sports-based wrestling. We're not going to do that nonsense that WWE does. And now look at who all the most over people in the entire company are. They're literally the people doing the most WWE stuff. You got people pretending that their neck is injured. They're coming out in wheelchairs and neck braces. You got people, you got a weird storyline where there's some sort of person in a mask with a bunch of masked men. You got a lady who thinks she's in the 1940s or whatever. Everybody who's the most over in this company are the people who act the most like they're in the WWE. This is not a bad thing, by the way. I'm not saying this is a bad thing. I'm just telling you, guess what? Guess who told you it was gonna become this way? Guess who told you that this is what was gonna happen? Me. I told you guys. I said, hey, guess what? As time goes on, AEW is going to become more and more like WWE, and not in a bad way. And people got mad at me, and people were flaming me and talking about how I'm a hater. I'm saying haterish things. But look at who the most over people in the entire company are. People who act the most like they're in WWE. There you go. We got Timeless Tony Storm. Where's the red at? Oh, I forgot. Here. There we go. Nice red lipstick, too. This is a great picture. Let's go. All right, so it's Riho versus Saraya.
Yeah, she could be handy for your
But was I right or not? Like, I people always want to tell me how wrong I am and how much I'm a hater. Was I right or not?
I'm sure you've pulled a few swords in your day. How are you, sir, man in the mask?
Doing quite well, Miss Storm.
Wonderful.
I have a feeling that I am.
Saraya getting out to an early
feeling that I was very, very smart in my prediction.
Oh, look at this.
Saraya bringing Riho down the hard way. Riho once again.
It's Riho versus Saraya. I'm beside myself thinking of why Saraya deserves a #1 contender title shot right now.
She's had a bit of falling out
Or a #1 contender shot.
over the last few weeks. It seems that this budding romance with Cool Hand Angelo Parker perhaps at the source of.
For some reason, Saraya is one match from challenging for the title, and she hasn't had a win in like 6 months or whatever. 3 months, 5 months. I guess that's how you get a title shot. You're just here. Because she's British. Haters gonna hate. That's real, radio. You're not a hater. A clone, maybe. Wait, what? Alright, the prediction is open, guys. Get your prediction in. Renee should just be there to introduce them. I know, right? She cut more of a promo than the people involved. Let's see. Monkey Farm is cool visualization. Yeah, I agree. Stadium looks like the one near Dallas. This stadium that I used is the Rams Stadium, the SoFi Stadium. I went through hours and hours of Photoshop to make this layout, but yeah, this is the SoFi Stadium because to me that stadium is just state of the art, and I wanted to upgrade it. I used to have a different stadium layout, but this is the new one. Thank you for noticing, though. Thank you for looking at it. I put a lot of work into my layouts, and it always makes me feel good when people notice it or say something about it, because it makes it like, wow, okay, so the work was worth it. Because I literally stayed up till the sun came up, night after night, working on this, getting the roof right, getting it see-through. Because if you don't know, this roof is actually see-through, transparent. You can see to the stars outside during the games and stuff. And the city that you're seeing is not part of it. It's actually outside. I'll show you. Look. You see that? Look. I took the city out. Now it's just the roof. So that's the blank night sky outside. Now I put the city in the background. You see that? I tried to have the most innovative and most interactively engaging live stream layout because I know I can't show you the show, so I want it to be fun to look at still, and I want to represent what's going on. So thank you for seeing it. The roof. Oh, Shroomgoon doesn't need any water. Although mushrooms do need water. But thank you guys for noticing, and thanks for saying something about it. It always makes me feel good, and it's awesome that you guys are enjoying what I put together.
So if I'm on, she's on.
Synchronized watches. No, that's not what she's saying. No.
Nice little snap suplex on the outside by Saraya. Okay. I see you, Saraya.
Look at that poor girl. She doesn't stand a chance. It's going to be me and Saraya at World's End.
Saraya. Sorry, Saraya. I forgot her name is Saraya. I'm a fungus. I grow on anything. Yeah, but you need damp. You need moisture. Mushrooms can't grow in like the Sahara Desert on just sand. You need moisture.
Face first into the second buckle. Saraya just using her size, strength advantage on Riho, but
I wonder if there are any mushrooms in Egypt. What would an Egyptian mushroom taste like? Do Egyptian mushrooms grow in like a triangle? They don't have that like dome shape. They grow like a straight up triangle. Egyptian mushrooms. You never thought of this until today, guys. I just introduced you to a thought. I put a brand new thought in your head right now. A thought you never had. An Egyptian mushroom. That's uno dos. If she spent more time wrestling and not talking to the crowd, she could have won this already, I think.
1 week from Saturday at World's End, but Riho, the inaugural AEW Women's World Champion,
Astraeus hygrometricus, commonly known as what? Earth Star? Mushrooms are commonly found in upland Sonoran Desert into chaparral habitat. Tough outer cortex that forms the star is tough enough to persist for some years. Wait, is that a... Are you telling me that that's a Egyptian mushroom? Pando went gold mode. Yeah, Pando. I changed Pando's color to match the layout. I gotta remember to do that for SmackDown. I forgot during Raw. I gotta do it.
She's very rambunctious, this Riho.
Rambunctious. I like that word.
A great term, as a matter of fact.
That's a Egyptian mushroom. Whoa. It's like day by day I wish that you would tweet me stuff, Shroomgoon. Shroomgoon's got some good knowledge. Some good research.
Yes, it is. Can't argue there.
Riho going to the top. Once again, she finds her footing with Saraya, anticipated it.
I wish Saraya would win this, but she's not going to win this. The reason that I want Saraya to win this is because I just don't believe Riho. I don't believe her like stature. She looks like a little like middle school student or something. And I'm sure a middle school student could hurt you if they catch you off guard, but they shouldn't be able to go rounds with you. I'm sure a middle school student could grab me and kick me in the nether regions, and it would hurt a lot, and I might be out of commission for a couple seconds or something. But overall, if it's a 15-minute match between me and a middle school student, I should probably win. You know, it just doesn't look right to me. I love an underdog story, but it needs to happen very rarely. Underdog story doesn't retain the same emotions if it happens all the time. You know? An underdog is an underdog because of how unbelievable it is for them to win. It doesn't stay an underdog story if you always win. Look at this. She just beat Saraya. Are you kidding me? This is your previous world champion. You're what, like two world champions before the current one was Saraya. I just don't believe it, man. It doesn't look right to me. 50-50 on the predictions. That's pretty cool. Wow. Riho snatches the victory. And to the victors go the spoils. Thank you, everybody who put a prediction in, but you know, half of you had to get got. It's always got to be a loser, right? It's always got to be somebody who doesn't win. But thank you for participating. Where's Sheeta? Who knows? Who knows, man? They interchange these women like Brita filters.
To take a position to
La 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 la.
challenger coming up at, now what is this in?
Her song is so horrible too. Can they get her a better song? Like, what is this song? Tony Storm brought out the freshest bifocals to check her out. Oh, she's smashing her. Why are you doing that? This is not right.
Swing and a miss. Riho
Swing and a miss.
drops down. Drop toe hold. Uh-oh. And
619.
Tiger feint.
The Tiger feint kick. You gotta call it that. You can't call it the other one. As much as you wish you could.
Days ahead of World's End.
Riho defeated both of Tony's former stablemates. Yeah, and the diehard fans are gonna list that as a great story.
Using Tony Storm's AEW Women's World
Beating people that people used to hang out with is not a story. Like, that doesn't mean anything. That's like if I go to McDonald's and like I find out that Legato used to work there. It's like, is that a story or is it just like a funny little tidbit? Like, it's not a story, man. I love that Luther is getting some TV time out of this, though. To me, that's one of the best things about this. Luther, baby. Riho better be off in Ring of Honor? Oh, what? You think she's going to show up there? Mariah May even the score here, I guess. This makes no sense. Why are they looking at each other like this? Where did I work? I don't know. I just made something up. I was saying that, like, beating up people that used to hang out is not a storyline, man. And I know people are going to list it as a storyline, like AEW's killing it when it comes to storylines. Look, she beat up people that Tony used to hang out with. It's like, that's not a storyline. If I order a burger from McDonald's and I find out that Legato used to work at that McDonald's, is it a storyline or is it like a funny tidbit about like, wow, I didn't know that. That's cool. Is it a storyline? No, it's not a storyline.
I must read. Please. Thank you.
There's a difference.
And it starts out.
That's why I have a problem with the way they tell stories here, man. They think everything's a freaking storyline. That's not a storyline. It's just a funny little tidbit.
That's understandable. That being said, says Christian Cage.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
Shut your mouths and have
They think they have 100 storylines, but they just have 100 tidbits.
Well, Tony Schiavone conducts my business.
She'd be better in Ring of Honor? Dude, she'd be better if she was just not a wrestler. Riho is okay at best, and she's just not physically presentable. She needs to be few and far between. She needs to barely ever win and be an underdog. They let her win far too often for her to be an underdog. She's a visual underdog, but not like in practice.
Me to a no disqualification match at World's End, December 30th. So just to put all of your tiny minds at ease, I want to let everyone know that I will make my triumphant return this Saturday live on TNT.
I should have graphics for Tony Schiavone and Renee Young because both of them cut longer promos than anybody else in this company. Let's get them.
I expect nothing less than a hero's welcome upon my return. Sincerely, the TNT champion, the patriarch of AEW, Christian Cage.
How about that. Christian Cage saying he will answer Adam Copeland's challenge this Saturday night live.
Great, thanks.
San Antonio, Texas.
This show always does this, man. The show goes downhill as soon as we start getting like the like Tony Khan fingerprints. When there's no Tony Khan fingerprints, the show is good. Once we get this like Tony Khan fingerprint fest where you could tell he wrote it and thought of it and introduced it and all that, that's where the show starts losing steam very rapidly. Who else did I need? Oh, Tony Schiavone. Tony Schiavone. Glad it auto-populated because I would have never got that right. All right, here we go. I know you guys know what I'm talking about, dude. It's like as soon as the Tony Khan fingerprints start showing up on the glass door, it's like, do I want to go in there? I don't know, man. I see these fingerprints on the outside, and maybe they're not keeping it so clean in there. Maybe I'll just go somewhere else. And maybe you don't want to even walk in. You want to walk down the street to another establishment that sells the same thing. So let's get Renee Young. Renee Young or Renee Paquette. I'm just going to put Renee Young because I'll remember it better that way. All right, here we go. Look at this. Look at this nice picture I got of Renee. She looks so happy. Let's make her this big because she's definitely going to be stealing the show in most times we see her. Hopefully you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm trying to create conversations and I want you guys to reply with what you're feeling about what I'm saying. I'm not saying these things just to say them. I'm saying these things so that we can all have a conversation. I want to know what you guys think, you know? That's a great picture of Renee. Yeah, me too. I agree. Very detailed. She looks very happy. I like it a lot. And now let's get Tony Schiavone. I feel like the Tony Schiavone picture is not going to be as good because there were only a few to choose from and it looked small. I'm just going to put Tony Shav because I still don't know how to spell it and I just saw it. It's probably easier than I think. Tony Schiavone. Yeah, see how small it is? Man, that's... Alright, let's put him right here. It's better than nothing. But it's not the best. Maybe I can sharpen it up a little bit. Let me do a little bit of work. Alright. Renee, you gotta go. It's commercial break, by the way, guys. There he is. Tony Schiavone. All right, let's see if I can sharpen this up. Wait a minute. Where is that? Christian Cage. We'll hear from him at, on Collision. Where is the sharpness? They didn't get rid of it, did they? Hang on. Samoa Joe and MJF backstage.
Seems like you're not that good at it, bro. So I'm gonna keep it.
Oh, here it is.
And you can keep on standing here.
Oh, that's too sharp. All right, well we hooked it up a little bit. It looks better. What's this? Mogul Embassy. Wait a minute. The Mogul Embassy had a...
Hi, Nana. Maxwell. Oh, explain this.
Hi, Nana.
What is this shit? What is it?
Oh, S words. Oh, Swerve. Swerve face to face with MJF. This is what I came for.
Property, right? Nice to finally see you eye to eye, man. I feel like you've been ducking me my whole time here in AEW. What's been good?
What's been good?
Skirt, skirt.
Skirt, skirt.
Swerve, swerve.
Swerve, swerve.
Swerve. Garments. Okay, now I'm done, dude. You can talk. I'm just kidding. Shane Strickland.
Swerve, look at you, man. See, a lot of people don't know this. We got a big history. Me and you, we used to do these long car rides on the road every single week when we were trying to make a name for ourselves.
Let's go, man. This is awesome.
Now look at you, man.
This episode has already almost got a point with me.
All the momentum in the world, beating some of the biggest stars this company has to offer. Man, I'm so proud of you. However, see, I haven't been ducking you, boss. The reason me and you have never made eye contact in this place is because, unfortunately, there's levels to this shit.
Oh.
And you're just not on mine. And to make matters
Oh,
worse,
dang.
I don't hear your theme music. Your theme music isn't on. Therefore, neither's your star power.
Oh.
It's funny you brought up those car rides back in the day, bro. They were amazing, right? You remember that 8 hours through the night, Ohio to Jersey? It was magical. You were the best chauffeur I ever had in my life. Some of the
Best chauffeur.
Sleep on a road trip I ever got. That's because of you. Thank you, man. Matter of fact, let's go back to the interaction between you and William Regal years ago. Yeah, like
William Regal.
Didn't you bring up a email about a tryout that you just failed at and couldn't do it? Turned you to the whiny little bitch champion that we see today?
Ooh.
Yeah. You're right. There are levels to this. You do tryouts, I sign contracts.
Ooh.
And be careful how you talk to me. Oh. Because the last person that did, I hung him outside the ring in front of 13,000 people by a chain.
Oh.
Solid monologue, bro. You're starting to get so good at talking. Again, proud of you.
Oh.
Talk about Hangman an awful lot, though. It's almost obsessive. Now, it's funny you're talking about respect because I'm your world champion, kid. So I think you need to check your tone and watch your mouth. And when we're talking about your mouth, maybe you can show me some respect. Pull those hand-me-down Flavor Flav grills out of there when you're talking to me. But I do have a question for you. You know, I just find a couple things odd. Let me run them by you.
Yeah, come on, bring it on. What you got?
You hate Hangman. More than anything, you want to be AEW World Champion. It's not like you're begging in every single interview about it. It's not awkward at all. Don't worry about it. So, putting those things together, when I really think about it, I mean, why wouldn't you frame Hangman with a beer bottle? Why wouldn't you jump Hangman? Why wouldn't you consistently try to get inside my head and have your goons in the Mogul Embassy continue to jump people left and right? Creating a clear path for you to finally
I like this.
be a world champion.
Yo,
Be
is this
on top of
possible?
yours truly.
Could it have been Swerve the whole time?
Are you the devil? A part of me really hopes so, man, because it's funny. You say, this is your house. Well, check it. You're looking at the big bad wolf of professional wrestling. If I
The big bad wolf.
I'll blow your house down. And then, while I'm at it, I'll break both your arms so you can always swerve while you drive.
Oh.
I ain't the devil you're looking for, bro. But you keep waving that championship in front of my face, I'm gonna be the one to bring you hell.
Oh, you better bounce.
What is all good on this side of the
What is all good? Samoa Joe's here.
Gentlemen look very, very busy.
They opened the door and there was mad backup for Swerve.
We have business elsewhere.
Go handle it.
Ooh, I like this, man. This was masterfully done. Well, they gave people more than 10 seconds in a backstage promo for once.
About Collision last week.
Hang on a second. This was masterfully done, man. I loved it, and I'm so happy they did it. Put the show back on track, man. They were starting to go down that dreaded hill that they do all the time, where like the show starts good and it ends bad, or it starts bad and ends good. There's like this weird hill that they always go on, and that was good. It got the show back on track. The show, on average, loses about 300,000 viewers, sometimes 400,000 viewers from what they start out. Because they get a really nice lead-in that has a lot of viewers, and then they just fizzle out. So it's nice to see a show that is consistently good. Roderick Strong coming out to my theme song, my old theme song. This is such a predictable match here. Roderick Strong versus Commander. I do not have Commander, but I do have Kalisto, so we're going to use Kalisto. It's going to take a very, very hot day in heaven for me to get a picture of Commander to put on this layout. Next Strong. Take on anyone. Oh, I see you. And this is not where you belong. What the heck is this guy wearing? Oh my goodness. Their manager is looking ridiculous right now, not in a good way. Looks like he's trying to be into the Spideyverse. All right, let's do a prediction for this. Commander. I think there's another M in there. Commander? Commander. I don't know. I'm going to spell it like that. Versus Roderick. Aw, man. I got to spell these again. All right. Commander. I'll put Strong. It's easier. All right, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. A 2-minute warning on the prediction, guys. Get your prediction in now if you'd like for it to count. Let's go.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. No, Roddy Strong.
Miles Morales. Yeah, he looks like a fake Miles Morales, but he's so whack, dude. Him and the dude with the pencil in his ear are the biggest drawbacks. They bring down every match they're involved in. They make it look whack and silly, and they just do silly stuff and act silly. I know that like, I'm sure that's considered a part of wrestling, but it's not good, dude. They're not doing it in a way that's like adding to the hype of the match. They're just taking attention away in a bad way. You know what I'm talking about? What's his name? The dude with the pencil in his ear who hangs out with Jeff Jarrett and them. Sanjay, I think his name is. Him and this dude are just... They're detrimental.
There you go. I think you're right. Tony, you just said it right there, but he catches him with that kick in the gut. Right. Wow. Commander.
All right, hang on a second. I'll be right back. Hang out with Dudley, guys.
Commander do all of these flips, go back and forth in the ring, and then catch him, and that's what he's done a couple of times.
Or just kick him in the gut, knock the wind out of him, and break his back. Roderick Strong effectively grounding Commander here in the early goings of this one.
I think Roderick Strong is a tremendous competitor. I don't really agree with trying to rip the mask off of Commander here, but I guess that's what he's about.
Yeah, that nice forearm shiver to the back. And I got to point out, too, what a mustache game by Roddy Strong. Hopefully we can get a shot of that. He's got tremendous facial hair under his nose. That's usually where the mustache is. Right, correct. Thank you. You'll see it here. We're on. We have a whole team on it. Body shots here. Commander. Oh, overhand chop. Sting in the chest, but Roddy once again goes to the midsection, trying to drive the oxygen out of the lungs of Commander. More than one great way to ground an opponent, Taz. Yeah, no, absolutely. Look at that stash.
Man, that's pretty cool. You're right, Taz.
Shades of Burt Reynolds. But right now, Commander. I think it's shades of Tony Schiavone. Nice. Good job there.
All right.
Sending Roderick Strong reeling to the outside. The action in this one continues in picture.
Yeah, Sanjay. Yeah, that guy.
Commander's got to be very careful here because the
don't go anywhere.
No, you're right about that. And
yeah, Sanjay used to wrestle, and I hear that he's a really cool guy, and I hear that he knows his stuff. I hear he's a very good constructive mind, but it's just nothing he's doing on TV is good to me.
Man, he just got destroyed, bro. Got cooked on that apron.
Do you guys agree or not? You like when he shows up? Does he add anything?
Corner bead
These are the conversations I'm trying to have, guys. I want your responses to these ideas, you know? Dude, he threw Commander on the apron, just back first with no regard for human life. That was crazy.
It's a good way to break it in. Yeah, he'll be in a hand cast for 4 months.
Well, Commander, hand strong.
Hand strong? Well, that's a hole in it. I didn't even realize that. There's a hole. I ripped a hole in the in my backdrop. I'm just so strong, man. My back is so strong that I ripped a hole in this.
I knew I sold one of them, and now we know who.
Nah, I don't think he does. Goki, I agree. I feel like there's a way that role could work, and it's just not happening right now. I'm not saying to fire him or not have him involved. It's just what he's doing is just not working. And I feel like Tony Khan and everybody involved knows it too, because we haven't seen him in weeks. It's not like I'm alone in my view. If it was working so well, I think that they'd use him more. He's not even been seen at all. Last time we saw him, he was seen for like 2 seconds when Jay Lethal lost and walked up the ramp all frustrated. And you guys know I know what I'm talking about because I even remembered that. It's not like I'm selectively remembering the bad parts. It's just all bad. Oh my god, backbreaker super slam. Dude, I love it. Roderick Strong is so good, man, and I like that he's getting more personality on TV. Such a background character. Yeah, he's a background character, but when he's in the background, he makes everything in the front ground look whack. He actively destroys the credibility of things in front of him by being way too silly. It's like if in the NBA Finals there was one free throw left. One free throw could win the game, and the guy's out there all by himself, and then the cheerleaders are like acting weird and flopping around and falling on the ground. It's like there's times for that, but this is not the time. Stuff happening in front of him is supposed to be the most epic thing that the promotion can put on, but he's back there acting like a clown.
Yeah, we're going to see what Commander's made of, because we know that we saw at the Ring of Honor Final Battle, he showed me a lot. Let's see what he can do here, because his back's hurting here, Taz.
It is hurting, and with a veteran like Roddy Strong, he knows you got that injury, you got an issue with your back, he's going to zone in on it.
And I mean, Roddy's used that backbreaker so effectively throughout the years to neutralize so many.
Nom 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 nom. Look, Pando is eating good.
Off the chest.
Yeah, Roddy didn't go down.
I'm gonna give a shout out to my internet right now. My internet has not dropped a frame in a while, so I'm really glad for that, because I feel like people focus on stuff when it's bad a little bit too much, so I gotta give a shout out when it's good. Thank you, internet, for staying good. Don't drop frames. I appreciate it. Got the cleanest broadcast on the interwebs right now. Not a fluctuation in the line at all. This should not be a competitive match, dude. I just... Ugh. I hate complaining about AEW, man, but just... This should not be competitive. You got a guy who's best friends with the guy who could have just been the world champion, and he's fighting tooth and nail with a guy who hasn't won a single credible match. Like, just get it over with, man. Why is this competitive?
We've also seen Roderick Strong use the backbreaker
on
the turnbuckle as well, as Commander was trying to...
This is something that AEW has to learn, dude. There are matches that should and should not be competitive.
Yeah, here he goes, awfully slow to get to the top, thanks to
It's like you're trying to appease your crowd, but you're not thinking about the long-term ramifications of this. The best friend of the guy who could be world champion right now is having a super-duper competitive match with a guy who's never won anything.
those knees right there. Let's take a look.
Get it over with, man. You could spend a lot more time on your women's division. You could spend a lot more time on other superstars who could actually be doing something. But you're trying to make Commander seem viable when you've already thrown that out the window for so long. If you thought he was viable, you could have already made him such. Wow, he did an incredible move.
Commander taking out Roderick and giving the kingdom for good measure. Just walks the ropes like it's just easy for
You can be a spectacular wrestler, and you could have pulled this stuff off 5 minutes ago and still got done with the match in a good way. Still at looks like nice likes on the YouTube, guys. If you have not already given a like, please give a like to the YouTube, guys. Nice move by Roderick Strong. They put the neck brace on him immediately. That was a beautiful finisher. Absolutely beautiful finisher. He flipped him up and just hit him with the two knees right to the abdomen. Yeah, power levels, exactly, Excalibur. This is why I'm such a supporter of power levels, and nobody's ever told me why the way I approach the thinking of wrestling would not work, you know? People always tell me why this is good, but they never tell me why what I'm saying wouldn't be a better way of doing it or wouldn't work. Would it not be better if you would just stick to the power levels you've booked previously? How is what I'm saying not right? How would it not be better that way?
With these MJF is the devil signs. What are you guys trying to
Hey,
accomplish right now?
I got her just in time. There we go. It's Renee!
Now I can explain. Samoa Joe! Please listen to me. It is so obvious now that Max is
the devil.
I mean, look, Hangman mentions Max.
Dang, only 10 points on Commander. Was that you, Robert Stone? I think it was Robert Stone who did that.
Don't you think that if Joe was going to heed your advice,
He's always trying to slide in with the little like possibility bet.
How can you say something like that? Samoa Joe is my best friend by proxy.
Look at how ripped he's looking right now. That was you, Robert. I knew it. I'm observant, man. I'm very observant, and when I do remember stuff, I remember minutia. Okay. When I do remember stuff, I'm gonna get you. Not saying I remember everything, but when I do, I choose Dos Equis.
That was Sky Blue, the shot to the back of the head on Abaddon, but there you see Thunder Rosa springing into action.
Yes, sir.
Thunder Rosa is back, guys. Do I have Thunder Rosa? I hope so.
And reached out a hand for Abaddon. How about that?
Thunder Rosa. I hope she has a new theme song when she comes back. Her theme song does not fit her at all. You can get my 5K points. Yeah, that's a massive match for sure. Christian Cage will be on Collision. I'm looking forward to that. Make sure you guys leave a thumbs up on the YouTube, alright? I know for a fact there are people in the Twitch right now who have not done that. Because if you all did it, we'd be sitting at incredible thumbs up. Make sure you guys get on over, man. It's not hard. Just go to my YouTube channel. It'll be live on the front page, and just click on it and click like if you like it. If you like the stream, you don't have to do it if you don't like the stream. But I have a sinking suspicion that you guys do enjoy the stream, so please do it, guys. It does help. Aquaman. I only have 2 thumbs. Well, I mean, if you really okay, I don't mean leave a thumb, but like use one of them to tap that button with the thumbs up on it. That would help a lot. And thank you to everybody who's already liked the tweets, retweeted the tweets, reposted the posts, however you want to call it. Ain't no stopping Shell TB. This is how we get down in Greedman Saga stream on Twitch. Oh, look at LBD. He's got clips. Bring fast meat home. Yo, Slim Jim just replied to me too. Yo, this is the day for me to get famous, apparently. We got followed by Camille Brickhouse, who is, outside of Rhea Ripley, probably the most dominant women's wrestler in all of wrestling right now. We got a like from the NWA itself. We got a like from Natalia Markova, who is... Wait, Tony's out here.
AEW in Oklahoma City, but after tonight, I feel pretty comfortable saying it's the first of many.
Wait a minute, Tony Khan's on the screen.
You heard Justin, we're going to be in Tulsa in February. What day, Justin?
The 21st of February in Tulsa.
Very, very cool. But you can bet your ass we'll be back here in Oklahoma City, too.
This is some behind-the-scenes stuff right now.
This great state, this great territory, speaking of Oklahoma City and the great state of Oklahoma, I would be remiss if I didn't introduce here to announce
It's going to be Jim Ross.
the
Yeah.
greatest wrestling announcer of all time. Ladies and gentlemen, good old JR, Jim Ross.
Let's go. Here he is. So glad to see him, man. He's had a couple health scares, and obviously he's getting up there, but such an icon, such a we were talking about it earlier. He's more a part of wrestling than people even realize. A lot of people don't realize what he means. He's not just an announcer. This guy has legitimately made the industry what it is today with his eye for talent. Bring fast meat home. Slim Jim replied to my tweet. I love it so much. Look at this, man. Somebody called me a stupid bee as well. Dang, I got called a stupid bee? That's crazy, man. People are taking things a little too seriously. I'm a stupid bee now. I'm a stupid bee because I said that Bethesda was gonna charge people to use mods, which they are doing currently. So I'm a stupid bee for doing research and realizing a trend with a certain company. So I'm a stupid bee now, apparently. I guess I'm stupid. I'm sorry, but history is going to prove me right. You'll see. Jay Whiteo. If he's fighting Moxley, it's game over. And I'm sorry about this, but you can tell that what Tony has done here is just, he left him undefeated just to get to that title match with MJF, and now he's just going to be super defeated. And even his physique is starting to lack. You could see it, dude. This is what always happens. People show up here and then they just check out of wrestling when they stop getting like pushed the right way. Look at his body. He's starting to lose his definition. He's starting to not care. This is so sad. Comes Moxley. Moxsting. Da 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 da. I bury everything. Da 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 da. You can't beat me at all. I'll kick out of your finisher. Yes, y'all. He kicked out of Swerve's finisher at like 1 or whatever. Hey, what's this? Oh, that's the cat tweet. I see what it is. Remember this? Remember this post. Be sure to return when I am proven right. That's what I'm saying. Nothing disrespectful, but you'll see. That's a cool post that LBD made, by the way. Mox, dang. Very strange, no gun club. Well, they're not allowed out here, Ben Cook. This is the Continental Classic where no interference or ringside accompaniment is allowed. They're not allowed to be out here. So that's mostly why they're not here. I'd say there's other reasons too, but that's why you're not seeing them. They're not allowed to be here. Jay or John? Here we go. Predictions are open. Get your prediction in now, guys.
Moxley be in. I'm telling you, I know the guy. All of us know him. He wants to win, and winning is important for him in every outing.
Exactly. He's going against an athlete in Jay White who's used to winning also, who's got a plethora of poise. He knows how to be a big-time guy, which makes this match
See who you guys got. What do you think's about to happen here?
Jay White has the advantage. I believe in speed and quickness.
Predictions are open.
If he can that into his game plan, it may pay dividends. But Moxley has a great way of slowing
Yeah,
things down.
Ben, I understand. It is weird because they were around for a lot, but all they've done with Jay is just have him in this tournament recently, so that's why his crew is not here.
I love it. Go for the choke right away. Legs are in. This is how he caught Rouge. And now Moxley.
The choke is here. Moxley's got the choke in on Jay White.
Great job by Jay White to attack the grip, break that grip, but now, oh boy.
You get caught in this position, the longer you stay in it, the
5592 on Jay White. Predictions are open, guys. About half a minute left. Make sure you get a prediction in now, guys. I have a feeling this match is going to. Oh, is this the main event? Maybe this is going to last a little bit, but still, get one in now. Don't miss out.
Jay White used Mox's momentum to roll out of bounds, which was smart by White.
And Jay White, it's been observed, perhaps the most defensive wrestler in this Gold League block, but John Moxley coming out all aggression as expected, JR. Yeah, it's the intensity here is. Anytime you see Moxley's in a main event, you got a great crowd on hand. You know what you're going to get from him. He's going to make plays. But Jay White is hungry.
My charger is doing that thing where you got to hold it in a certain way to charge. So I need a new charger. There's always something.
The first ever Grand Slam champion in New Japan Pro Wrestling, holding all of the major singles titles. And that's saying something, Excalibur. That's saying something. The only other man to do that in New Japan Pro Wrestling is Hiroshi Tanahashi.
Stomping Moxley in the corner. Moxley is the worst seller in maybe the worst seller at the top of any fight card that I've ever seen. He sucks so bad at selling. He never sells people's stuff in a way that makes anybody look strong. There's a way, like, look at Brock Lesnar, dude. Brock Lesnar has at least 50 pounds more of a reason to not sell for people. But Brock sells in a believable way that makes people look good. This guy Moxley never sells in a way that makes anyone look good. He's just such a bad wrestler in that regard, because wrestling is not just about what you can do, it's about what you can do for someone else. It's about how you make your opponent look. It's the other half of the equation, man. You could do all the moves you like. You can look as buff and as strong and as devastating as you want, but if you don't make your opponent look good, you're not holding up your end of the bargain. And he just doesn't do it, man. He doesn't sell well at all. You guys know what I'm talking about? Ting? Panda, did you see the tweet? Did you see I was on the bump? Did you get to check it out yet?
You want to just handle this like any other match that you want to be victorious in. You want to keep on rolling.
Oh, chomp your head. You saw it? Yay! I actually did it, Panda. I made it on the bump before the end of the year.
Could change that equation with a victory tonight.
I'm so glad.
Moxley had his legs clipped. Our main event on Dynamite continues.
Wait, what?
Oh, wait a second. Moxley's saying something to
LBD, what's up, man? Slightly carbonated and vibrating. Carbonated, I love that saying. We were talking about that earlier. Carbonated, hydrated, caffeinated. Drew Gulak made me start talking about that. Drew Gulak dropped a bunch of knowledge on the bump today. I like that. We're not done with the bump, by the way. We're gonna watch the rest of it after this. Oh, but first we're gonna vote for our NXT votes, guys. We got to do that. I was gonna do that yesterday, but I forgot about it. We're doing that tonight. The NXT voting for like all the of the year stuff. We're gonna do that together. So hopefully you guys will pull it up and vote along with me and tell me what you think about the votes and all that. We're going to do that after AEW. So please have your scores ready so we can get right into it. I made it on the bump. Panda was on the bump too. No, Panda was on the bump. Panda got all the way pulled up. I didn't get all the way pulled up, but I was on the screen. Both me and Panda. I didn't skip the end. We're just not doing it yet. What did I just say? I said we're gonna get to it. I said we had to pause it because Dynamite started. I didn't skip it.
Going after that knee heavily, guys. It's really good strategy by Jay White on Moxley. He is hurting right now, Moxley.
MJF is the devil is still posted on the barricade, by the way.
That ain't gonna happen. No, it's not gonna happen. You know that. He's got him set up here for something.
Gosh, man, it's like I like John Moxley everywhere but AEW. When he shows up in New Japan or like these like indie shows, I love him. But every time I see him on AEW, it's just ugh. Ugh. I look good with no hair. Ugh.
We've seen Jay White do that throw a lot into the.
I'm old news? What? What did I say? I didn't say that. Panda, you're making up alternate realities. You should be a comic book writer. Should write comic books, come up with all kinds of alternate realities. Wolverine has blades coming out of his eyelids. Rogue doesn't take people's powers. She takes people's like voices. When she touches you, she gains your accent. You should write comic books. Make it up your own realities. Magneto has the power to attract plastic instead of metal. Like, make your own alternate realities. Have you ever tried drawing comic book characters, Panda? That helped me a lot with my art. It taught me a lot about anatomy because really when you read comics and look at comic book characters, you're seeing a bunch of people who are nearly naked. So it teaches you a lot about how like muscle groups work together, about like what muscles go together. Like you see how like the muscle in my forearms, it goes into another, and you can see the way that the veins and the knuckles and stuff, like if you look at it, you could see how they work together. I feel like drawing comic book characters helped me to realize where the muscles go and how like legs and hips and shoulders and necks go together. And it just, I feel like that would help you a lot with your art, because your art is great and you represent things so well, and I love your style. But if you wanted to gain like a more realistic look to your art, drawing comic book characters like Spider-Man and like all these like spandex wearing people, that could help you to like see the way muscles and tendons and bones and stuff go together.
He's wearing boots like a construction worker.
You're not kidding.
No, Panda. You're not S.
Setting up Jay White here for something bad.
Anatomy teacher failed me and I quit. Well, yeah, but it could be fun if you're doing it on your own, though. There's a lot of classes that I didn't like, and then like I learned to like it because I taught myself how to enjoy things that the teacher had no idea how to make me want to enjoy.
Into the flesh of Jay White, and now his teeth into the nose. Moxley left a track of fingernails in the back.
I recommend that to anybody. If you want to get better at drawing, draw comic book characters, because you're basically drawing naked people, but they're like wearing little tiny spandex. It helps you to like learn how muscles and bones and tendons and all that stuff works together, and it makes you more knowledgeable about how to make someone look real or more real. That's the way I learned how to draw, and I don't know if you guys have ever seen my art, but people tell me I'm pretty okay at drawing. I could show it to you guys. I did actually quit a class. See, that's what I'm saying. Like that is something that is very, very normal. A lot of teachers just aren't good at like inspiring you to care. They teach you the basics, but they don't inspire you. You know, they don't breed passion. I feel like the best teachers are the ones who breed passion. They don't just teach you straight up. They breed passion within you.
Picking up a chair. What the hell is he thinking about? And now to be careful here. Searching under the ring for something. Who knows what? Oh, just grabbing a second chair. There's no...
Wish I still had it. I once drew Spider-Man Cable Fusion. I loved it. Draw it again, dude. You could do it again. Do it again with everything that you've learned. It's another chair spot. Oh. This is exactly what I didn't want. Oh, come on, man. They cheated? He cheated. Tell Panda Man of the Year return on Ring of Honor. Yeah, I told her about it, Ben. I saw it. That was awesome. We didn't see the promo, though. We gotta... Ben, can you come over to Twitch, please, and hang out with me on Twitch? Because we stream on Twitch for, like, hours after this. I'd love to have you over there. Or over here.
Jay White knows that. Jay White has leaned up. He's like a racehorse. Looks like a thoroughbred. But right now, Moxley...
Twitch won't let you... Yeah, they'll let you draw comic book characters, but you just can't draw them super naked.
Oh, my God. And Moxley just narrowly beats the finish, I'd say. Blade Runner...
I bet you they would still let you do it, though. You gotta do it tastefully. It can't be the focus of the stream.
This could be it here, fellas.
Ooh. She was nice to me, though. Just when she told me to do a project on my own with no help at all. And I was like, I'm out. First project? Oh. Well, at least she was nice. I wish I still had the bowl that my pottery teacher. I got pottery in high school. My pottery teacher let me make this bowl, and I made a bowl that was green, but it had bones. It had bone fingers holding the bowl, and I won the art contest for it. It had bone hands holding the bowl like this with a flat base. And I won the art contest for it. It was morbid but so cool. I wish I still had it. I would love to show it to you guys. I made it so the bone. I made it so that the green part was very nicely glazed, to where it was nice and shiny and smooth, and I made it so the bones were like just bone, like rough and the same color as bone and all that. It was. I wish I still had it. I would love for you guys to see it. I saw your name on the bump too. Oh, Ben, you saw it? Nice, thank you, man. I'm glad you saw it. I was in the corner. Oh God, Moxley with the cutter.
Moxley having a hard time negotiating his balance. Going for the cover. Damn, on his head. Jay White, that sleeper suplex, and now turns the corner. The Ornage plants Moxley. The cover, the leg is hold. Moxley a count away from losing.
I'm sorry, but if they're telling a cohesive story here, Moxley should not lose this match.
Already earned his spot in the semifinals. Can Jay White join him with a victory here?
If you guys don't know what cohesive means, it means it goes with each other in a very very believable and nearly perfect way. Cohesive means you work together very well. If they're telling a cohesive story, there's no way Moxley should lose this match.
Easy. That's in the story. Uh-oh. Jay White's not a win. Second one there. But Moxley fires up and fires back with the lariat.
This crowd got a good show tonight, man. Make sure you guys have your score ready, all right? We're going to get these scores done super quick tonight, and we're going to move on to the NXT voting and some other cool stuff I want to talk about in the show. On Twitch, by the way. Make sure you're on Twitch. It's an embarrassing class song, too. What?
He escaped the Death Rider, did Jay White, and you heard the 15-minute call. 5 minutes away from a draw here.
You kick out of this, too? Whoa! Jay White beats Moxley. What? This makes no sense. This literally makes no sense. Jay White beats John Moxley. They're doing the triple threat. That's what they're doing. Yeah. Remember, they showed us the possibility of the triple threat, and that was the most interesting outcome, and that's what they did. Wow. So you did that. You could have had him actually do something earlier in the tournament to make the triple threat. You had him beat the guy who's been unbeatable by the guy who's the hottest in the company right now. Whatever, dude. It's whatever at this point. I like the outcome. I do not like how we got here. It's best for drama, but you could have done it better and more believably. Very confused. Portman, me too, dude. But actually, I have clarity because I realize why they did it. They did it to build drama, but they just did it in the worst way to do it. You had a guy who has lost versus lesser competitors beat the most devastating guy in the whole place. Why? Here comes Swerve.
The three men in that main event. The Gold League semifinal. 1 week from tonight's Dynamite as we return to Orlando.
Catch it, Bob.
Moxley, Swerve.
He's doing the dance. Jay White's doing the dance. I gotta remember to upload that. That's funny. Fortnite was fun. John Moxley's mad about this. I have a triple threat instead of a match. we have seen already in the tournament. Yeah, it's smart. It's a smart outcome, but there was a way to do it that would have actually been more believable.
Final next week, this could be disastrous. That changed the game. That changed the game.
All right, it's about that time, guys. We have come to the fruition of what's necessary here, and I very much appreciate you being here and hanging out. But guess what? It's time for us to have a little conversation about what we just saw, what we just experienced, and I'm looking forward to your opinions. Because guess what? It's time for the chat. Time for the math after the match. I like that. I like that. Legato, good word play right there. Good rhyme play. I like it. So guys, you know what time it is. Let me know. What score would you give this episode of AEW Dynamite? The highest score I will take. It's 1 to 10. 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest. But there's an added caveat, which is 7.0 is the lowest score I will take. 8.4 is the highest score I will take, okay? So please try to keep your score between 8.4 being the bestest of the bestest and 7.0 being, man, they really messed up. Anywhere in between those, you're golden. 7.0 to 8.4. Let's find out what you guys thought. What do you got? My phone is not charging, dude. I need a new charger. Unfortunately. It happens. You guys, yeah, I'm sure you've ran into it before. You know how it is. You use a charger for a while, and then all of a sudden it gets to that point where you got to hold it a certain way for it to actually charge. My charger's to that point now. But I probably put my charger through a lot. All right, Legato says 7.8. You got it. Legato, thank you, man. Ringmaster says 7.70. Ooh. Okay. Same as what Gritty gave Raw. Yeah. Wings! Ringmaster. Thank you for your score. I got you. J-Rock says 7.5592. Ooh, the Panda Paw. You've now tuned in to 7.5592. The Panda Paw. I should make my own radio station. Is there a site where you can like have a radio station? I would love to do that. Like iHeartRadio, do you have to pay money to be on there? I'd love to have a radio station. It's been my dream since I was in elementary school to be on the radio. I'm not kidding. The reason I even started a Twitch channel is because or a YouTube channel is because I wanted to be on the radio, and it was the closest I could get. Like that's been my dream since before I was even in high school. I want to be a DJ. I want to be on the radio, man. I feel like I have a voice for it, especially if I had like a super duper high quality mic and I could get it really close to my face. I feel like you guys would hear the radio quality to my voice. On Twitch and YouTube, I try to make it so it's not all up close to me, because there's times where it's gonna get super hype and I'm just gonna yell and scream and just be in the moment of hype. But if I was a radio host and I could have callers and play songs and tell you guys stories and all that, I feel like I just really want to be on the radio, man. I would love that so much. Not on the radio, like I don't want to be on radio, not the guy in the chat. I don't want to be on radio. I'd like to like shake his hand, but I don't want to be on you. All right, so next. Thank you, J Rock. Finish Hype King says 7.47. Oh, a little below. 656. You got it. Thank you for the skull, man. You got it. Finish Hype King. Shroomgoon says 7.68. Thank you for keeping it simple. You got it. Shroomgoon, I got you. Robert Stone says 7.3. Dang. Uh-oh. Is this show not going to get it? Ben Cook says 7.5. Thank you, Ben Cook. From the YouTube side, we got 7.5. J.N. Portman says 7.32. Yeah, dude. I don't know about this episode. This episode's it's going to take something pretty substantial to make up the difference between these scores I'm getting and prospering. 7.60. 5592. You got it. Excalibur, thank you. Portman, thank you. Wireless charger, bro. There's a wireless charger at the dollar store? I would love that. I'm not sure if my phone will work with it, though. I tried to download an app today, and it told me my phone wasn't compatible. So, Goki says 7.5. I got you, Goki. Thank you. Okay. Are we going to break 100 for an episode of Dynamite? That would be awesome. Radio says 7.75592. We got the Panda Paw again. Psh. Thank you, Radio. Radio loves match quality a lot. So, and I agree. If you're tuning into a wrestling show, you should be seeing good wrestling. It's like watching a good movie, but like the acting sucks, but the sets are great. Like I feel like wrestling, like I've told you guys this recently. You guys have opened my eyes to a certain way of respecting the world I live in that I really respect you for. Thank you so much, because without you, I would be looking at wrestling a lot different. I feel like a wrestling show should have good wrestling on it. I didn't used to feel this way a couple months ago, but Radio and a couple of you guys, Radio, Temezi, gosh, man, I don't even want to start naming a whole bunch of names because I know I'll leave somebody out and somebody will get mad. But just know, if you ever talked about wrestling quality, you're a reason that I now care a little bit more about it. So thank you. Anybody else? Any other scores? He wants to be on you, Radio. What movie is that from? I want to be on you. It's. I feel like I've seen a movie where somebody said that. All right, it's Panda time. Panda, did you see enough of this episode to give a score tonight, or do you still not care? Anchorman. It's Anchorman. Okay, dude, that movie's so good. We should do a Cinema Monday of Anchorman. That movie is so epic. Panda. Let's find out. Thank you very much, by the way, Ben Cook. I see you, man. Hopefully you'll make your way over to the Twitch stream, because this is almost over now. We're almost over on the YouTube, so please find your way into the Twitch stream. It's been so long since. Oh, it's such a good movie, dude. Anchorman is one of the finest examples of comedy movies. It's just effortlessly good. Panda, you want to... No, I was watching Chase You. Okay. All right. So my score is going to be a 7.6. This show was good on the wrestling side of things. Storytelling wise, it was good as well. You know what? Now that I'm really like, cause I think about it during the show, but now that I'm recapping the way I felt, I'm giving this a 7.8. This is a passing score, and I would recommend watching this. I feel like this is one of the examples of a AEW show that went right. I'm going 7.8. I'm upgrading. Let's do the math. I don't have anything else I really need to say. I gave you guys my full review during the show. I feel like they overstayed their welcome on a couple matches, and they could have gotten out of here with a solid 8 if they would have finished the matches on time and stopped with the like trying to be New Japan. They need to realize you're not New Japan, dude. The reason the New Japan matches go as long as they do is because they don't have the storytelling. They just tell the story in the ring. Stop trying to be New Japan when you already have a separate way that you tell stories. It's like if you have a submarine, okay? You have a submarine and you could take out your enemies underwater without being seen, and you also have intercontinental ballistic missiles that you can launch from way far away from the shore. So you don't even have to get close to the shore to annihilate your targets. But you also have machine guns on the top of your submarine, so you can emerge from the ocean and shoot people on the shore. It's like, dude, which one should you use? Stop trying to be everything. Just do what you do best, man. Stop trying to do the New Japan style matches and tell stories. Just do matches a little less than that and tell stories. You could do both, man. You don't have to try to get the intercontinental ballistic missiles and the machine guns. Just use the one that works best. And what works best is to tell the story right, end the match on time, and use the rest of your time to tell stories. I feel like they really dropped the ball on that tonight, man. This would be getting a way better score for me if they would have just ended matches on time. But they had to try to just milk every little spot out of this and have people kick out of stuff they shouldn't be kicking out of. And I don't know what else to say about it, man. They had a great show on their hands, and they turned it into a good show, which is their absolute modus operandi at this point. That is the modus operandi of AEW. Turn a great show into a good show by doing nonsense in between and downgrading your whole show. Let's do the math. It's math time. We almost broke 100. I think if Panda would have scored and like one more person would have scored, we would have broke 100 for an AEW show, and I really appreciate that, guys. Thank you for your scores. So it's 90.997272. I don't know how we got to that. Divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, divided by 12 equals 7.58. They got a half a point. Good stuff. Half a point sounds agreeable, and I think that there's probably nobody in this chat right now with a level head who thinks that doesn't sound about right. Half a point sounds good. Let's go. Dynamite 3.5. Dynamite is doing an okay job this season. I think they might be out of the medal contention at this point, but who knows? Because the season doesn't end until the Royal Rumble goes off the screen. So we still have weeks left. I'd say we probably have a month left, right? A little more than a month left. I don't think it's beyond the realm of possibility that 4 or 5 more shows plus a pay-per-view, they couldn't absolutely be in contention. Who knows? We're going to have to see. Man, it's exciting though. It's exciting because I feel like AEW is getting back on track. They've been mad cold and kind of wacky for a while. And I'm sure that even the most hardcore of AEW fans can tell that it's not been as hot as before. But man, they're getting it back together in a way that makes me very excited about the future and the possibilities for maybe winning the season. Wouldn't that be crazy? I hope they win the season because imagine how epic wrestling would have to be for them to win the season right now. I wish for that. I wish that AEW would win the season because imagine how epic things would have to be. And I'm here for that. Thank you guys so much for being part of the review. Thank you so much for giving your scores. And thank you so much for just being part of the hangout. If you're on YouTube, get on over to my Twitch channel because the party don't stop over here. It stops on YouTube because some of the stuff that I show has to be not shown on YouTube because copyright strikes and such. Get to my Twitch channel. All right. Also, check out the description of this video because in my description of this video, there are ways that you can support the stream, whether it's Streamlabs, whether it is PayPal, whether it is Venmo, whether it is Cash App. There's many different ways to support now, and I'm looking forward to seeing how the rest of those work. So if you use Cash App or Venmo or PayPal.me, tip me $1. Let's see how it works. Let's see how much I get out of the dollar and how much of your money actually goes to me. And I'd love to just know that it works. So risk $1 and let's find out. Either way, thank you guys so much. That was the chat.